Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, friends, family, and those of you who are kind enough to tune us in. I'm Dr. Preston Winfrey, and I am so happy and pleased to be able to greet you another Saturday in that name that is above every name. And I probably should tell someone, just in case you're listening for the first time and you don't know what that name is. I'm talking about that name, Jesus, right? Who is the author and the finisher of my faith. What a joy it is for me to greet you another Saturday. And thank you for taking the time to join me. I'm praying that you've had a wonderful week. I have. I've had a great week. And I've had a great day today. I've been busy all day long. It's not a bad thing, but here I am. I'm clothed in my right mind with a reasonable portion of my health, my strength, and I'm thankful. I've got so much to be thankful for. How about you? Are you thankful? You're thankful for what the Lord has done, what He is doing? Just, how He's made a way for you, right? And has done all these great things for you. And then the bonus to this is, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, and neither has it entered the hearts of men, those things that the Lord has in store for those who love Him. So I'm grateful to the Lord for all that He has done, is doing, and what He will do. Well, listen, I want to talk today from the subject, two sides to every story. Two sides to every story, You do know that there are two sides to every story, and the only way you're going to get the truth is you have to have both sides. You can't function and operate with just one. In life, we have to come to grips with this reality. And indeed, it is a reality that there are two sides to every story. Whether you call it a story or a narrative, same thing. 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. But we have the responsibility to explore and find out what's on the other side of the story or the narrative I just heard. Because, what I find unfortunate in life is when people do not understand that there are two sides to every narrative. And people, when you don't have both sides, then you cannot function, nor can you operate in intelligence. It's easy to become deceived when you don't understand this concept of why both narratives need to be on that same plate. Now, they may be coming from different dishes, but it's like dinner. You put it all on one plate. And so what is the objective of your narrative, right? Are you telling the story just to be talking, just because you have the microphone? Are you trying to convince someone that what you're saying has validity? If both sides of the story are not there, if they're not evident, if it is not clear, then there can really be no understanding. You have to have an understanding. Solomon said these words, "Wisdom is the principal thing, and in all you're getting, get understanding." Just think for a moment how many people hear things, but they don't get an understanding. And sometimes you're just sitting there looking like, oh, okay, what was that about? I don't know, but okay. How many times have you agreed to something that you did not understand or didn't fully hear? But sometimes because of embarrassment, sometimes for other reasons, you don't seek to really understand. And so now you have to go on the premise of what you think or what perhaps you believe was said. And the danger to that is, if you don't understand, sometimes it can be so critical, making life choices. Just think, if you don't have the information that you need, case in point, you go to, someone says, if an electrician said, okay, you've got problem, go to your circuit breaker box, go to your panel, and I won't be able to get there, but this is what I need you to do. Go pull the cover off if you feel comfortable with it, and you will see, and just check to see, make sure the wire is still connected to circuit number 4. And that's it. Now, if the electrician didn't bother to ask you, what are you doing? And if the electrician don't know that maybe your basement is flooded and you're down there and they want you to go to the electric box and take the cover off and see if the wire is there, chances are you can get electrocuted. So you need both sides. You need all of the information. Little boy came home and he told his mother, Xavier hit me. And so now the mother is upset and she's gone to Xavier's house and she's ready to pounce on little Xavier for pouncing on her little Billy boy. So she goes over there and she's so demanding, where is he? Where is Xavier? And so Xavier and his mom comes out and said, why did you hit Billy Bob? And it's a shame, you're a bully. And she's going at him. And then Billy Bob's mother said, well, hold on, Marge. He didn't just hit your son. He didn't just hit Xavier. He hit Xavier back. Well, what do you mean? Well, Xavier threw the first punch, and Billy Bob refused to be a punching bag, so he returned the punch. And now Marge is, oh, I didn't know that. So Solomon says wisdom is the principal thing, and in all you're getting, or in all that you get, make sure you get understanding. Again, too often we are left with only one side of the story, and when both sides are left untouched, now the body will be left in limbo and will have to operate in either the darkness or with just part of the information. And if you do not have the whole story, it may not really work for you. And the truth is, it won't work for you. So I want to do something. I don't normally do it this way, but I want to read segments from the book of wisdom, book of Proverbs in chapter 11. And I want to read it from the Revised Standard Version, beginning there at verse 1. It reads like this: a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Did you catch the contrast here? A false balance is an abomination. It's no good. It's despicable. It's disgusting to the Lord. But if it is a just weight, then the Lord is delighted. Let me go on. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with the humble is wisdom. Verse 3. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the crookedness of the treacherous destroys them. Are you picking up on the contrast? Shall I continue? Okay, thanks. So verse 4, riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. And I'll just let the scriptures speak for themselves. I won't give a commentary on them. I'm just reading what's here in the book of Proverbs, chapter 11. Verse 5, the righteousness of the blameless keeps his way straight, but the wicked falls by his own wickedness. Verse 6, the righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the treacherous are taken captive by their lusts. When the wicked dies, his hope perishes, and the expectation of the godless comes to naught or nothing. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and the wicked gets it instead. Keep these things in mind. With his mouth, the godless man would destroy his neighbor, but by knowledge, the righteous are delivered. Verse 10, when it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices. And when the wicked perish, there are shouts of gladness. By the blessings, verse 11, by the blessings of the upright, a city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. How apropos is this proverb for the day in which we live? And we hear so much, about this is the truth, and sometimes we don't know what the truth is. Well, all it takes is for the contrasting voices to be heard, and that's when it becomes our responsibility to not just settle on what one person is saying, but seek the whole truth. And once you get the whole truth, I'm a witness that you will be in a better position to act appropriately. So, just to be clear, it's okay for people to express their narrative, but be certain that when that narrative is expressed, that you are hearing both sides of the coin. So many people are deceived. They draw a conclusion, an unfair conclusion at that, when they only hear one side of a story. So if you are the type of person and you say, well, I don't care, just tell me your side and that's it, then you're going to be in the dark with the other. So be certain that when you express it, you're giving both sides of the coin, that you're getting both sides of the coin. It is not enough to just say, for example, Jesus died on the cross for the sins of men. Okay, he did. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to leave him dead? You're going to leave him on the cross? Well, they took him down, they put him in a borrowed tomb. Okay, but is that the end of it? Is there some contrast to the death and the burial? Here it is. Yes, there is a contrast, because on the third day, early Sunday morning, he got up. He arose victoriously with all power in his hand. And he's gone back to glory. Okay, cool. So he died. He was buried. He rose again. He's gone back to glory. Is that it? Oh, no. He's coming back again. And he's coming back for those who love him. Can I ask you a question before I conclude this? Do you know him? Have you tried him? I'm talking about the Lord now. Can you say in your heart that he's mine and I belong to him? Can you say that I've answered the door? I heard him knocking. Revelations 3:20 says these words, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. And if anyone hears my voice and answer," which simply means if you open the door after hearing me knock, I will come in and the two of us will hook up. I will fellowship with you. You will fellowship with me. You will come to know the joy of being saved. You will realize joy in your salvation. And even when contrary winds are blowing and storm clouds are gathering, those things happen at night. But because you are in me and I am in you, your joy will come in the morning. Thanks be to God. Thanks be to God for the joy that he gives us. How did he get this joy? Listen, the word of God says, since we are so compassed about, so surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin that so easily beset us. Right? And let us run this race with patience, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and now he's sitting on the right hand of the throne of God, making intercession for us. My friends, my soul is happy. I'm happy, and I'm so thankful to the Lord for the full story. I'm grateful that I do not have to settle for a lopsided narrative, but I can see the whole picture. And I say, to God be the glory. Oh, I would today that every man, every woman, every child were saved. Everyone isn't. But if by chance you're listening to me this afternoon, I pray that I can convince you to relinquish your old wicked ways and say, you know what? I need a new life. I need a better life. I need life. I'm just merely existing without the Lord in my life. But when you get saved, now guess what? You have him who gives you life more abundantly. That's great news. Great news. Listen, thank you so much for joining me today. I pray that what has been said has ministered to you. I pray that it's a blessing to you. Here's the announcement. Next week, next Saturday, which is going to be the 18th of October, we will be in celebration for the gala banquet. I want to take this time to just thank you, those of you who have been so supportive. You made the purchase of tickets for the gala, and you did it in a timely manner. The window for making those purchases now is closed. If you look at the website, the Winfrey retirementgala.com. I'm sorry. Yeah. WinfreyRetirementGala.com. I said it right. If you look at it, you will note that you cannot even make a purchase now because that window is shut now because we have to take care of business in a business-like manner. So again, I want to thank you for making those purchases, and those of you who got it in before the deadline. And anyone now after that, you'll really be on standby if there are any openings. If you show up in your duds and with your payment in hand, and there is a seat the registrars will make sure that you're able to be admitted into the gala. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. A great program has been planned, put together, and now we are simply waiting for the execution of it. Many, many thanks to the committee. It's a combined committee. They've done a great job with it. And next Saturday, believe it or not, is really going to be about celebration of this humble servant. It won't be, about where I'm sitting and who's sitting at the table I'm at. My prayer and hope is that we'll know the whole story. Half the story is where you're going to sit, but the other side of the story is everyone is coming to be a blessing to me and to my one wife. So on behalf of the committee, on behalf of my wonderful wife and myself, I'm just saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And then after that, there will be other events that's going to take place next month, beginning on the 14th of November. There's going to be a jazz roast and toast. They're going to roast and toast me. And hopefully the jazz will keep things smooth and mellow. Then on that Saturday, the jazz roast is going to take place at Pioneer in the Fellowship Hall. And then the following day, there's going to be a First Ladies play. That's going to be in honor of my one wife, Dr. Gloria J. Winfrey. That's going to take place at 3630 South Wales at a school in that auditorium. And you can go on the website and you can purchase those tickets. There are still tickets available for that. There are no tickets for the gala now. That's over, unfortunately. But for the First Ladies play, you can go ahead and make those purchases, get those done. And then on the 16th will be the culmination of this retirement and celebration. And we're certainly looking forward to all who will come by and share and celebrate with us. Thank you for joining me again today. God loves you. I love you. I appreciate you so much. And eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, and neither has it entered into the hearts the things that God has in store for those who love Him. Don't you love Him today? Aren't you glad that He loves you? Well, thanks be to God who gives us the victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. Until next time we meet. And I probably should say that next week, since next week is going to be the gala, of course, I'm going to probably pre-record my Saturday post. Everyone will not be there. There are those of you who will at 3 p.m. be expecting to see this post or my post for next week. So I'm going to do it in advance so that we'll be there while the rest of us will be making our way towards that banquet gala. Okay, until next week, may the Lord bless and keep you, cause His face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift the light of His countenance upon you and grant you peace. All righty? We shall behold Him face to face. I'll let a little bit more of this play out. It's so soothing. But just as we anticipate the fact that one day those who are saved shall behold him face to face, him whose hair is like lamb's wool, eyes like polished brass, voice like running water, feet like polished brass.